27-year-old male for what he said to me. 27-year-old female. Okay, so shit, this is a long one. Something must have upset her real bad. So let's see, and let's see how bad it is. My partner and I are currently in a long-distance relationship. He is a very passionate chef who works 5 days a week. He gets home by 11 p.m., does some chores, plays video games for 2 hours before he sleeps on his days off. He's doing things like laundry and playing video games, reading books, catching up on sleep, hitting the gym, or whatever. Okay, sounds like a pretty okay dude, except for the video games. A pretty good dude. He's the most loyal and trustworthy person who's got very high moral standards, and that's why I love him. There's never any question of jealousy or doubt in my relationship. In this relationship. However, here's the problem. He never seems to have time for me. He's so self-absorbed in his work and his hobbies that he gets angry and asks him to dedicate some time for me. We've been together for one and a half years, basically, out of which for a year, all our fights haven't revolved around him not spending quality time with me, but having time to time to game so much. Sorry, I got lost in the text a little bit. Sorry, my bad. This sounds a little bit like my first relationship, right? That was also a year and a half, and it also ended because I couldn't make time for the girl because I was working on my business and also working on myself as a whole. And yeah, it turns out that if you don't take care of your girl, she'll eventually maybe leave, and that's okay. He's one level below a head chef, so I understand his needs to unwind, but what the fuck? Mind you, I've read 3 novels a month. I've tried to get him to explain his side of things, but he says, if you wanted something from me, just ask. I never say no. Which is so mind fucking, because he's never taking initiative, and everything I ask of him sounds like a favor to me. Asked him to call me for 15 minutes after work every day, and he stubbornly put his foot down about how that's the opposite of unwinding for him and CBA. And he's CBA. Okay, I don't know what CBA means. I'll be honest, calling with your girl is not unwinding. Like, honestly, I'll be honest, and this is something that girls will not like me saying. Women are fucking bad companionship. Like, you don't want to spend time with a girl just talking and chit-chatting. Because I'm going to be fully honest, girls are boring. Okay? This is why most guys would rather spend their evenings... This is why a lot of couples have the problem that the boyfriend spends too much time with his friends. Is because the friends are funny. Okay? And the girl, you know, it's just like... It's different. Okay? So... But yeah, I understand that she takes it personally. So we agree upon a time to call on his day off after he's done unwinding, etc. But if I don't follow up, he conveniently forgets about it. Bro, this guy sounds so much like me. Oh my god. I'm gonna try to take this from my point of view and try to look at it unbiased. But Christ alive. I don't want to... Bro, I had a girl that wanted to text and call every day, and I said that's not possible. I just don't want to. And I had to be honest about it, okay? He asked me to just text him about everything going in my life, and when I do, his responses are so dry and concise. If he's so content with doing nothing and he doesn't really want to talk about the big things like our emotions or the fun stories of our friends about movie experiences, I travel far often, and from different countries, there's a lot of cultural differences. Oh, so she traveled by herself. Shit, that's a red flag. He doesn't have time the slightest interest in my cultures, so sternly denies that claim. He doesn't want or expect a shoulder to lean on either. It makes me wonder if he even loves me or if he's a typical hardworking chef and I'm the problem. Okay, so look, here's the thing, yeah. You might think that he doesn't want a shoulder to lean on. He doesn't like talking about his emotions. He doesn't like to talk about his experiences and all that. He doesn't want to like to talk a lot. This is gonna hurt, but he doesn't like to talk a lot to you. Trust me, with the boys, he's telling them everything. Because with the boys, you can relate to them much more, and they can relate to you. Like, if I started telling my girl, or the girl one of the girls I'm seeing, I'd start telling her like, oh, so in Blackthorn, yeah, today we had another business meeting, right? And we talked about fucking lead funnels, and I tried to explain that shit to her. She would not understand. She would not be able to relate. That's why I don't talk to girls about the specifics of what's going on in my life. And I believe that this is the commonality between a lot of hardworking guys. I told him how I feel countless times, and he says I'm blowing blowing things out of proportion, and he loves me and misses me. He left his old job and moved to a new city with me. It was honestly a mess, though. I lost my UK guarantor and a friend over it. I told him I hated a new house before he paid for it, so he said, "Well, look for something nicer later." Also, before I left to go to my home country for 3 months, he promised he'd be more affectionate and put more effort, but he never kept that promise. And when I confronted him, he said I'm pathetic for having so many emotions. He said I'm pathetic for having so many emotions and should focus on my job and let him live his life instead of fighting with him all the time. He said, unlike me, he has a career, dreams of his future and social life. Jesu, man, come on, you can't be dishonest with a girl. This must have broke her heart. Bro, you never are this blunt and this... Bro, this will offend a girl, bro. Holy shit. Dude, this guy didn't give no fucks and he told her like it is. He probably was fed up or some shit. Bro, yeah, like you should be more tolerant and more patient with your girl, okay? She has feelings too. And she has much stronger feelings than you, so... Man, holy... I mean, he has a career and he has his dreams and future, and he wants you to be a part of his life. But maybe I think that the problem with not problem, okay? But I think that the thing with most girls is they make their boyfriend their whole lives and they expect their boyfriend to do the same. So they expect him to text them every day and want to call and all of that. No, like, if it, like, for example, with me, right, with this one girl, I only, like, text her, like, once or twice a week, like, when we're gonna meet up and when we're gonna see each other at the end of the week. I make time every weekend for her. And I enjoy quality time with the person in person. And she tells me all about her week and what she's been doing on the weekend. But I don't talk to her over the phone. I don't like that shit. And it seems like this guy doesn't either, obviously. I just, yeah, that sounded extremely cruel to me. I agree, that was cruel, man. You shouldn't have said it like that, man. Jesus, I'm pathetic for having so many emotions. Bro, she's a girl, come on, man. She has emotions. Because I'm struggling with severe depression and anxiety. And I've been working very hard to find a tech job in the UK. And I'm on survival mode. And sometimes it's difficult to even leave the bed because I'm feeling very overwhelmed. I used to be an overachiever and have my whole life on track. Graduated with a 3.6 GPA before my master's, but now I'm just really trying to hard not to sink. My partner, hold on a second, before I'm gonna read any further, did you tell him about it? Like, right? She should have told him about this, like how she feels. Because guys have empathy. Hopefully this guy has to. I don't know if like he actually doesn't have any empathy, but if she actually told him that she feels like on survival mode and she actually is feeling really down, he would make time for her, hopefully. I believe that that's like a limit where a lot of guys get empathy for a girl and start trying, like even me. If he doesn't, then I don't know, man. Yeah. My partner doesn't want to know the depth of this, and I'm not going to tie him down to a chair and tell him. I have told him nonchalance and not communication and things is a trigger for me and undoes my progress at recovery. And 6 months of telling him this, and he still hasn't changed. Right now, he's my number one trigger. He's one of my only friends in the UK. because I spent all my time indoors making applications and learning new things, but I have a deep, meaningful conversations with every single other close friend in my life. Apart from him. He's the one I want to talk to though. Yeah, of course. It doesn't matter if I have 10 others. It's his support that I need. Bro, why is this girl saying the same things that my ex said to me, man? Like, literally, this brings back so many memories and so many mistakes that I did in that relationship that I feel bad for her, kind of. I'll be honest. But apparently I'm childish for expecting that out of him. Man, how do I communicate with him? What am I supposed to expect a day to look like in a relationship with a really busy individual slash chef? Oof. Well, the thing is, you can't expect to talk to him on a daily basis, and I'll be fully honest, that's okay. Like once every couple of days, and he'll make time for you. But you have to... I'll read the rest immediately, but you have to understand one thing, yeah? Real quick. For a person to miss you, you have to give the person time to miss you. When a girl was texting me 7 days a week all the time, bro, I was so dry over text. I was even leaving her on red, and I was just trying, or I wasn't even reading the messages, not even opening them all day. And at the end of my day, I saw 15 messages. I was like, oh, fuck this bitch, man. I was like, you build hatred towards the girl. You build bitterness. Because when you get too much attention, too much of something, it pisses you off, okay? And it irritates you. Even sex. I know, guys, this will sound crazy, but even if you have your girl over, and she constantly wants to end, you already did have sex a couple of times and you genuinely don't want to, like most girls are not like this, but when you have a girl that genuinely wants it 6 times and your dick won't even get up for the 4th time, and it's like, it gets so irritating. Too much of something, even if it's a objectively good thing, can be damaging, and I want you guys to understand that. His chef friends have give their wives and children no time, and these women voluntarily raise children like single mothers, so he thinks I'm asking for way too much and gets salty when I tell him something is wrong, but never acknowledges anything could be wrong in the relationship. He thinks that he's a stellar boyfriend. Are all chefs like this? Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna read the comments in a minute, but hold a second. I saw this one comment. He's just not that into you. That's not true. I'll be fully honest. I can love a girl, but if I get too much of her, she gets on my nerves, and I just need time to miss her. Sometimes people need time to miss you or need to fear losing you. So maybe stop texting him for 5, 6, 7 days and see if he texts first. If he doesn't text first within a week, then there is something wrong. Because I don't give a shit how busy you are. You'll miss your girl if you haven't heard of her in 7 days. Yeah, that's quite a while. So give it a couple of days, maybe a week. Don't text him. And if he doesn't text you back in that person, maybe that first comment is right. And maybe he really isn't that into her. This is the most effort you'll ever get from this guy. It's clearly not enough to meet your needs. Another thing I'll say is genuinely that, you know, maybe you're not compatible as much as you think you do. Because maybe he's looking for different things. Maybe he's looking for a girl that would understand, would be more distant, etc. And you're more of a clingy person and you need someone more close to you. You need someone that gives you more attention. Like me and my ex broke up after a year and a half, and she's now with a dude that's, I'm not gonna lie, he's a skinny soy boy little fucking bitch, weighs like fucking 120 pounds, fucking skinny neck. I could maul him. But hey, he's apparently a better boyfriend, which is good. I'm happy for her. I'm very happy for her. Because the thing is, I and her were not compatible at all. This girl was also had anxiety and all those bullshit issues. And I'm not calling them bullshit, but all those mental health issues. And she needed me as a cope mechanism. And she didn't want to be alone. And she texted me morning, afternoon, evening, every day. Wanted to see each other every weekend. And bro, I wanted to break up with her at the last half year of the relationship. And I told you guys this story already. So yeah, sometimes it just grow bitterness. And she needs someone that is obsessed with her and wants her all the time. So what I'll say to this girl is, genuinely, maybe you're not compatible. Maybe he wants someone more distant, like I do, for example. And maybe you want someone more clingy and who wants and who cares about you and who cares about you more. Because this doesn't mean he doesn't care about you. It just means that maybe he doesn't want to spend that much time with you, which is okay. Maybe he wants to spend a lot of time, but not like in like a frequency to be more rare. Maybe you need space, and maybe you're a person who needs to fill up that space with someone, needs somebody's attention. And over time, I'm telling you, this guy will grow bitterness towards the girl. This is like he likes you very much. Have some dignity and end it. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. If you tell him you want to break up and he's like, oh, okay, then he doesn't give a shit. If he's like gonna ask why and he actually wants to fix it, if he doesn't want to give up on the relationship, maybe yeah. If you wanted to, he would. He's just not that into you. Yeah, I mean, dude, I agree with most of the comments here. Why are you wasting your time with someone who doesn't love you enough to call you for 15 minutes? Yeah, I'll disagree with this comment. I honestly think that he loves her, but he just shows love in a different way, and people can't be objective enough to accept that fact. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best situation, I'll be honest, but shit, dude, you have to respect some people's, some people's preferences. Some people don't prefer to, be disturbed every couple of minutes, right? And that's okay. So yeah, this is what I'll say in terms of this post. They're just not compatible, maybe. Maybe try breaking up with him and see if he'll try then. If he fears losing you. Try not texting him for a week, see if he'll miss you, but I just don't think that's gonna work that much, maybe. What do you guys think, chat? That dude doesn't give a shit. That dude doesn't give a shit. I mean, it doesn't look like it, man. I don't know. What he said to her was diabolical. Yeah, bro. Let me read that one again. Holy shit, that was absolute schnitzels crazy. So he said, I'm so pathetic for having so many emotions. I should focus on my job and let him live his life instead of fighting with him all the time. He said, unlike me, he has a career and dreams for his future and social life. Oh, Jesus, man, that was cruel. He doesn't give a shit. You're right, man. He does not give a fuck. I think now that this guy wants to break up already. Jesus. Doesn't much matter how busy I get, I'll always at least have 15 minutes for my girl. I mean, yeah, I get it. I agree with you. I will always also have, but I'll not always have the will. Not always have the, I want to call my girl. Sometimes I just don't want to. And I'll not call her because I don't want to. And that is selfish. But that's why right now I am only talking to girls that are compatible with me. Bro, I already told you guys about this virgin that I'm seeing right now, this girl. She's perfect for me, bro. Like, honestly. Like, she's just... Like, she used to be that girl that texted me every day, and I told her, like, I don't like it. I will not text you back or whatever. And she said, no, I just want to text you just because I miss you and I think about you. But I don't expect you to reply back if you don't want to. And that's so great. Because I can leave her on red, but she doesn't get offended. She's glad that I saw the message. And bro, that's like so, man, that's something you fall in love with a girl over. At least for me, man. That's like something so amazing. Man, when a girl, like, she wants to give you the attention, she's texting you every day, but she doesn't expect nothing of you. And she just wants to see you in real life, and that's when she's the happiest, bro. This girl is giddy. She's like so wholesome. So it's like, yeah, some people really are compatible to each other. And if you don't feel that, maybe you're not compatible with this person. And that's okay. It's always the virgins. That's true.